Excellent. Okay. If you guys have some stuff going on in the background, if you don't mind just muting yourself, bottom left of your screen, you can mute or stop your video if you need to do the video for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. But if you do, go ahead. Don't forget, if you go to the washroom or whatever, turn it on video off. But my name is Tinya Gray, and I want to welcome you guys to the Start Rebels Zoom Room virtual meeting. I'm really excited. This is week number 2. And as I had just said, Scott Huron, who was on here with us last week, he is in Arizona right now at the Welcome Home retreat that they got to attend as a reward. And he is going to be talking to Eric Coover, and we're hoping to get Eric on here with us in the next couple of weeks. I've still got a lot of conversations happening out there between myself and some of the other START leaders who are reaching out to some of the ambassadors, some of the START 1000 people. You guys have started to step up and offer your expertise and your experience. And I'm excited that, there's going to be more and more incredible people that are interested in stepping up and taking a part. Again, my intention is that I am the facilitator of this. And I just really want to set a foundation and set a place for you guys to step into your power, share your expertise, share your knowledge, and be able to really help get people feeling amazingly comfortable and amazingly excited about sharing what the START Vision movement is all about, and getting out there and talking to people consistently on a daily basis and just growing this thing, to huge proportions, because it is such a blessing and such a gift, and everyone deserves to know about it and everyone deserves to be a part of it. So thank you all for your support. I'm really just so grateful. Give yourselves a big round for being here. Yay! Raise your roof, whoop, whoop. Okay. Awesome. I know you guys are muted, so I won't expect to hear from you. I was just going to move my computer, but I guess I'll leave it where it is. Anyways, I just wanted to, before we get going, I do want to just go through the disclaimer. It is important for me to just share this, so just 1 second here. In case we have anyone who's jumping on here who is just checking it out for the first time, you may be seeing it on YouTube or whatever. We are a group of people that are really excited and passionate about helping people transform their bodies and their lives. We're on a mission to really help people physically and financially, but we do not treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any disease. We make no claims to do so. People do experience amazing transformations in their body as a result of incorporating the Isagenix products into their life, but we will not say how much, how long, any of those kinds of things, because everyone is different and no two bodies are the same. The same thing from a financial perspective. People can definitely transform their lives financially as a result of incorporating Isagenix and sharing it. We do not make any claims about how much, how fast. Everyone is different, and what you put into it is definitely what you're going to get out of it. So now that we've gone through that, I'm pretty excited to get into the rest of the evening. So I just wanted to make sure that we are aware of the fact that this is happening every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Please invite your people in the Facebook event. Basically, the event, I'm just going to keep rolling it over so that I'm just changing the date, and it's going to be the same string in there. So please post comments, feedback, anything you're excited about with this. Share it with your people so we can start to get more and more people on it. Again, as I mentioned, I am the facilitator, and some of you have stepped up. Thank you. I know Seamus and I connected today. And we've got Briiann and Shaphan helping out today. And I'm excited about more and more of you just sending me a message or a text and just saying, Tinya, I'm interested in participating. Basically, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for people that are managers or above to help with some of the testimonials and with some of the product shares. And if anyone is a director or above and they want to do some of the training on the business, some of the skills, some of the beliefs, that kind of thing, beliefs can be manager and above, because I think all of us, I just want to acknowledge that we have done some work in sharing Isagenix and that we have, achieved consultant or more. So I'm looking for those people that have achieved manager. But please let me know if you're interested in helping. Okay. I'd love for you guys to step up. So I'll hunt you down anyways, but I would appreciate it if you step up. Awesome. So again, the intentions for this is to unite people. All right. Is to unite us all across the board with the one team mentality. And everyone on here, I don't think there's many of us that are financially linked. We're all one team mentality. That's why we're here, which is a beautiful thing. Pretty cool. It's about building your beliefs. It's about building your skills. It's about having you have the confidence to get out there. And I do think that there's no reason why we can't start to have, it's not just citywide. It's not just, GTA. It's not just Ontario. It's not just Canada. I've got some other people in START in Australia that I was connecting with the last couple of days that, you know, I'm like, you know what, they would benefit from a lot of this stuff as well. So I do see this opening up, but I really want to get sharing information about events that are up and coming so that we can be across the board promoting each other's events and helping each other with events. Okay? Awesome. If you've just jumped on, welcome. Hey, Jack. If you can just mute yourself, babe, that'd be great. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to share some information about some events that are coming up, and then I'm going to introduce our first guest trainer for today. I would love for you guys, when you have events coming up, when you post them in Start Canada, get them in there for sure, and then any of the other team pages. I also encourage you to put a submission into the startyourlife.com website so that you can see if we can get our events on the map. All right? I'm going to announce some events here today. Any of you that have events that I haven't announced, please post them in Start Canada. And I'm going to encourage you to put hashtag Start Your Life event. And what we can start to do is we can actually do a search in the groups for hashtag Start Your Life event, and we'll know where the events are. You can say events actually with an S. Why don't we do that? Start Your Life events. Okay? Hashtag Start Your Life events. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So what we have coming up this week is launch party week. They will be announcing tomorrow, first thing, about what the promo is for the week. So we can be guaranteed there's going to be something happening. We also still have pina colada shakes, which may not be around for very long. I know. Whoop, whoop, raise the roof on that. How many of you have tried the pina colada? Do you love it? Awesome. Okay, so those will be around for a little bit longer. That is on a wholesale order. That is not. That's on not an auto ship order, okay, for those. Also, we've got Crystal Manager deadline coming up, so the 15th. So really give yourselves until the 13th, the Sunday night. Set that as the intention. So I think with what we're going to be hearing here tonight, it's going to help us set our sights on, you know, what can we do? How can we do it? Really encouraging us to really work towards that. For some of you, it might be a reset that you're doing it again if you've already hit executive. For some of you, it may be brand new, okay? And let's just talk about, oh, Laura, can you mute yourself, please?
What?
Or whoever just jumped on, just mute yourself. Thank you. Hold on a second. Give me a sec here. I'm going to mute. Whoever just jumped on, if you can just mute yourself. Actually, I did it. Okay, I have the power. All right. So I think one more thing I just wanted to touch on is the events. So this week we've got Thursday night in Toronto, okay, is a corporate event. Jenny Stemmerman is here, which is exciting. And I can't remember her name. Carol Elizabeth is going to be speaking. So it will be a fitness focus. It will be healthcare professional focus. They will be obviously promoting the red and white event that's coming up, which is really crucial. If you guys haven't got your tickets, you've got till March 12th to get them for a discount, $59. So you definitely do not want to miss out on the red and white event. I think, and I've been in Isagenix for almost 5 years, red and white, I think, was my favorite event by far. You guys agree? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my favorite out of all the celebrations, New Year's kickoffs. Jay and Sarah are nodding, they're agreeing. Favorite event, best event for content, best event for unity, best event for, you know, everything, belief, and so many levels, you guys. So if you don't have your ticket, get your ticket and get your team to get your tickets to get there. You definitely don't want to miss it. All right. Okay. So Thursday night, Tuesday night in Barrie, we've got Live Out Loud. We've got Live Out Loud in Toronto Wednesday nights, except this week it won't be happening. It'll be happening again next week. The Live Out Loud in Toronto is a twofold event. Start event happens downstairs and the old folks are upstairs. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so that's exciting. We also have Live Out Loud Zooms happening this week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1:30, and then we've got 2 in the evening. So if you want more information on that, I'll post it in Start Canada so you can see that. What that is, it's an online, 40-minute presentation that people can listen in on from the comfort of their home. All right, so we're going to start doing those. Those will be international. I'll be speaking on Mondays tomorrow at 1:30, and I would love to have you come out for that and bring your people. Jacqueline Pennock, when is you guys have a live one this week sometime? Unmute yourself there, darling.
Not this week. We have a Zoom one next week.
Okay, great.
And the live one will be on the 21st.
In Barrie. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Okay,
On
and
Monday.
any other ones that you guys have, post them in the Start Canada hashtag Start Your Life events. Okay, because then we can do a search on those. All right, so I'm going to introduce our first speaker. Very excited. So Shaphan is a young man who I met, I think about a year and a half ago, Shaph? And unmute yourself. That'd be great. Don't forget to unmute yourself, bottom left.
There we go.
So I met him a year and a half ago, and I met him through one of my good friends, Marcia Van Weinberg. And I was looking for some Start people to connect with some other people. I wanted to have some events, get them started in Barrie. And Shaphan was one of the first people that put his hand up and said, let's do this. How can I help? And he's an incredible young man. He's married to his lovely wife, Lisa, who he's a newlywed still, which is very exciting. He's always been very, very active in any way, shape, or form with the Start movement, with Isagenix. I see him at every event. I see him always stepping in, to lend a hand when he can. He is a product of the product. He's had an incredible, product experience, which he's going to share with you. And he's here to talk to us today about, the Isagenix shake, how we can help share it with other people. He's going to give us some great tools and tips to take. So I hope you have a note, paper, and a pen ready, because he's going to give us some great ideas and share a little bit about his journey first and foremost. So one of the things I love most about Shaphan is just that he's always got this incredible smile on his face. And anytime I've said, Shaph, can you help me with something? He's always like, yeah, what can I do? And that is a true testament to what Isagenix and what the Start movement is all about. So Shaphan, thank you for being here. I'm going to pass it over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Tinya, and thank you so much for making this happen with all of us, connecting us all together. It's an amazing idea to really empower each other to get out of our comfort zones on a one-to-one basis. We can do it when we're outside of this, talking to our prospects, to our friends, and all those around us. So thank you so very much. And it's been an honor to be able to work with you alongside different things. And I'm extremely excited about this movement. But anyway, a little bit about me. My story was about almost 2.5 years ago now. I was working a 9-to-5 job in an office, and I was doing sales. So I was kind of behind the desk a lot, not very active, but I still thought, I was like, you know what, I'm okay. I look good. I've always had a fast metabolism. I can eat whatever I want, and it doesn't go anywhere. Well, one of my friends asked me to go to the gym, and I'm like, oh, sure, I'll go with you. It's going to be easy. Like, I can keep up. So we go, and I couldn't keep up to save my life, like absolutely dead. And my friend at the time was taking Isagenix, and he's like, oh man, you got to try this. It's the best products out there. Like, the energy is through the roof. And I'm like, oh, whatever. And I'm working out and I'm dying, and he's like completely fine. No problems. Goes for like an extra 2 miles. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm over it. And I said no for 4 months about trying these products. And then I tried going to the gym again, and I was just sitting in the mirror. I was like, yep, something needs to change. So I said yes finally, and I got the 30-day weight loss system with my Isagenix shake. And I started taking it, and it was like, just the difference within weeks was incredible. I had more energy, and the biggest thing for me was I felt better. I felt like my body was cleaner, and I just had that clarity of just not a toxic feeling when you go to McDonald's or something and you just feel, you eat it, it's like, oh, good. And then all of a sudden, right away, you just feel like there's something in you and it's not supposed to be there. So I was taking my shakes, I was noticing I was losing inches fast. And I bought a new pair of jeans, and I had to buy another pair and another pair. And Lisa was my girlfriend at the time. She's like, you need to stop spending money. We have a wedding to save for, and stop buying jeans. So held off for a bit, but I was on the products for about 4 months. So I did a 16-week challenge, and I dropped over up to 40 pounds and put on lean muscle. And I was so pumped and so excited. And it's all from a shake. And I was like, if it's this simple, why can't anybody do it? And that's what's so awesome about these shakes. Hey, Scott. And that's why I love them so much. So, and there's so many flavors. Like when someone comes to you and says, oh, that's great protein shake, but I don't like chocolate. Well, that's okay, because we have strawberry, we have French vanilla, we have black sesame seed, we have pina colada right now. Like, it's amazing. I'm addicted to this one. But there's no excuse for somebody to say, I don't like this shake. We have literally, this company's given us so much to offer for every category of person that they're going to like something. And they taste amazing. And like other protein shakes, I don't know if you guys, I tried doing just pounding them back. I'm like, oh, it's good for me. I can handle it. And you just feel like throwing up because it's chalky and gross. These are like milkshakes. They're so amazing and smooth and delicious. And they have 24 grams of undenatured whey protein. That in itself is so uncommon to find, that high grade nutrition. It's literally unheard of, especially when you have 23 vitamins and minerals and you have your digestive enzymes and your amino acids. Like, it's incredible to have all this in this little guy. Like, it's unheard of. And that's why it's so amazing, because if you take it for breakfast and lunch, and depending on what your goals are, you're going to see results and you're going to feel amazing. And don't stop taking it. And it's a full, well-balanced meal. Like, when I first started, I'm like, I'm going to be so hungry during this. But when you take a shake, you're full. Like, it's not like I need to go eat something after that. You actually feel full, and it's full of the proper calories your body needs throughout the day. And it's awesome, pretty much. Plus, you get muscle growth, as Jay and so many of you guys have experienced. You start to build lean muscle and lean out, and it's just like, you feel amazing. So, yeah, that's pretty much my story. I've been on it for 2.5 years now. I'm feeling amazing. I'm not stopping. I'm going to be sharing this with everybody I can, because it's so simple. You take a shake for breakfast and lunch, and you do your cleanse when you're supposed to. It's such a simple thing. And people freak out because they think, if I want to lose weight, if I want to build muscle, I have to do meal prep. I need to cook so much food. I need to do all this, when it's just undo a little packet, put it in some water, boom, you're done. There you go. There's the best meal you can possibly get on the planet. Mm-hmm. And it's going to do amazing things for your body. So I'm absolutely in love with them. And guys, you got to, if you don't have the pina colada, you have to get the pina colada. Get it before it's gone. It is so good.
Awesome. You guys give a raise the roof for Shaphan. Thank you for sharing that about the shake. And I love what you said about the fact, number one, that it's so well balanced and it has everything that it needs. And that's one thing that I've found is that, I don't believe in generic anything. And I just love that everyone is going to benefit from it. We can change up the protein because we've got the IsoPro as well, which is awesome. And I mean, I don't know, most people don't love cooking. Some people do, but the cool thing is, even if you like it, you don't have to do it as often, and everything tastes a lot better because of the shakes. So plus, I don't know, when I was in college, I was spending, money on like crap food. I would rather put $4 into a shake than into I used to do Subway a lot. So it's a lot better than going to Subway. Excellent. Well, Shaphan, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing that with us and your story. I didn't realize it was 40 pounds, but that is phenomenal. I could see the difference, but I was like, that's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. All right. Scott Huron. Yeah, 40 pounds, man. Thanks for joining us, Scott. Scott's in the big AZ. Awesome.
Yeah, hey, guys, good to see you. Look at this. Check this view. I'm in Arizona for the welcome home. We're opening the new headquarters tomorrow, doing the big ribbon cutting, so it's going to be great.
Sweet. Awesome. Anything you want to jump in and add here before I introduce Bree? Bree's going to do a little bit of training for us. So you want to?
Yeah, I could, because I'm not going to be around to the end. I just want to let everyone know that I was speaking with Chris Harder today. I met him in the lobby. And he's confirmed that him and Lori will both be coming to London, Ontario with Rita physically. So we weren't sure if it was going to be a virtual thing, but they will be in town in London. So if you know anyone in London, get them there for sure.
What's the date again on that, Scott? Do you know?
18th.
The 18th, Briiann?
Yeah, is it the 18th? That's what I heard, Tinya.
And I'm pretty sure it's actually the 13th.
Oh, is it? Good, okay.
Okay, let's get our hands on that flyer and put that in Start Canada.
Yep, I'll add it there. I've got my hands on it now, so I'll
Perfect.
I'll
Okay,
put it in.
good.
Okay?
That's sweet. Thank you, Scott.
My pleasure.
Okay, glad you're here. Awesome.
Yay.
Okay, well, I have the huge honor to introduce my girlfriend, Briiann Dawson. And so she is a beautiful woman who I've got to know for the past, 2-3 years, I think. 3 years, maybe 4 years. I don't know. Time flies.
3 years,
We're having a
at
good
least.
time. She is a super mom to Briiann and Kai, and she's got baby 3 on the way. And she is an incredible wife to her hubby, Chris. And such an incredible friend, such a servant leader, and such a giving heart. If you've met Bri, you just know that you can just feel her passion and her love, just from even seeing her smile without her even saying any words. She is part of Isagenix because she'll share her story more, but she is so passionate about health. She's a veterinarian. She's very, obviously very invested and concerned about health of all living beings. And she's very passionate about people and making a difference and time freedom. She's very, very, ingrained in time with her family. That is priority one. And her hubby have already done lots of traveling together. They've got lots more traveling to do with their crew, up and coming baby 3. And what I love about Bri is just what I've said. It's just that I feel like she's one of my soul sisters for life. With or without Isagenix, I'm grateful Isa brought you into my world, but I just know that that's one of the beautiful things about Isagenix is that we have these people who come into our world that we may not have otherwise met. And I just know you've added so much and contributed to my life, and I'm so grateful that you're here to speak with us and share with us some of your incredible information. So welcome, Bri. Woohoo!
Yay! Thank you, Tinya. I have to say the same about you. You've been amazing, and I'm so happy and grateful that you've started this and, you're facilitating the START group, because the START group to me, I'm extremely passionate about. A little bit about me, when I started, I actually started with huge student loans. Chris and I have traveled, and in fact, I did my veterinary studies in Australia, in Perth, Australia. So I paid large amounts of money to go to school. And so when I graduated, I had a lot of anxiety. I was very excited. I had top marks. I graduated with, great grades, but I didn't feel amazing because I knew I had this massive student debt. And, when I think of START members, I think of a lot of young people that are out there that have gotten a degree or invested 10 years of their life or 9 years of their life in, because that was kind of what I was taught to do, go to school, get good grades, get a career, and then try to survive when you get out and have a mortgage. So, that was kind of my background. And I had just started working as a veterinarian, and my good friend Tara had started this business and, phoned me up right away and said, this is something you need to look at. The products are amazing. And I did. I looked at the research and I trusted her, and I thought, yeah, sure, I'm open. Let's start it. And my sister actually at the same time wanted to start a business. She was at home with her babies, and she said, I would like to link arms with Tara and actually build a business. I was more for the products only. Week focused on that. So I did use the products for a little while. I was nursing my first baby, Kai, and I did feel great. I did have a bit of a skeptic husband, and I'm sure I'm not alone on that one, but it took him a little while to come around. He really wasn't happy with the fact that I was eating shakes and spending extra money that we didn't have on shakes. And at that time we thought it was extra money because I wasn't building the business and I wasn't getting the food paid for. And he's an organic food chef and he made amazing meals. and understood, organics, but, he also understood that this is dehydrated organic food too. So he did see the value in it. It was just at the time we were struggling financially, and I couldn't see myself selling a product. That scared me. And that's what I thought the business was about. I was encouraged to get on calls, and I didn't, but I was also nursing a baby, and it was, if they were at nighttime and the baby was fussy, it just didn't work out for me. So fast forward a few years later, I actually went off the products for a little bit, and I came back with the second pregnancy because I remembered how good I felt on the products. And I said, I said to Tara, I called her up and I said, I need these shakes, but I don't want to do the business, and I'm going to pay you retail. And she said, no, I'll just, what, why don't I just give you some, just pay me wholesale. It's okay, but you really should look at opening an account. And I was like, no, I absolutely don't want to do the business. So I showed up out of obligation to a meeting, and it was at Mike Delaire's. Those of you who know the Delaire's, Robin and Mike, they're beautiful people. And they had a party at their house. It was a networking party. So I I felt I hadn't seen Tara in a little while, and I owed it to her to go. Anyways, by the end of that night, I had decided I was opening an account, and I secretly had these shakes that I was going to buy off Tara. But that's how it started, and I called my little sister up and I said, let's do this together. So Paigey, I'm very grateful because I called you that night in the car, and you said, yep, let's do it. So she enrolled right away, and we started up our accounts right away, and we started building the business together. So I'm forever grateful to all of you guys. So anyway, that's my little story. And to be honest, the products were amazing through both my pregnancies. They're very safe. And as a veterinarian, it's very important to me to know that there's peer-reviewed studies, even though they were just coming out at the time. But regardless, the research was important. So I flew down to the headquarters and I spoke to the doctors. I've seen the labs. I've seen, it was really important for me to see that. So I can assure you from my perspective, what I do as a veterinarian is preventative medicine, and it's all about nutrition. I'm doing nutrition consults 8 hours a day, but I've been blessed in that now I can choose to work for myself. Actually, I do now, because in the 3 years I did build my Isagenix business part-time, and I've been able to replace a part-time veterinary income with that. So I still love what I do. I'm very passionate about animals. I love it. It's part of who I am. So I will never give that up. But I have the freedom now to work 2 to 3 days a week, or choose when I work. And Chris and I were able to go to England. His family is from England, for an entire month this summer. So that was the most amazing blessing to our family. And, for my children, all I want is for them and for the START members, be able to go to university, have their loans paid for, or help them in any way, so money's not graduating with this massive anxiety. Because, my body was toxic, even though I've always been lean and healthy. It helped with all those issues, and I no longer go to bed at night worrying about so much debt. And I actually, in fact, this year just paid off the last of my student loans, so I am so grateful. So thank you. But anyway, that's a little bit about me. So on to the training. I just wanted there's just a few points here because I only have 10 minutes, so I'm going to be short. But what I've learned in the last 3 years, I've learned a heck of a lot. And personal development is one of the biggest things. I can assure you, if there's any way you can get to any personal development, like the Red and White event that Tinya was talking about, that is going to grow you. I think that's 80% of what you need to be focusing on in order to grow yourself, to grow this business. One of the biggest things is listening to people. Because of my science background, I tend to get excited about the science, and I started off talking a lot about the products and the science, and I still lead with the products, but I've learned to listen generously. So, listening to people, and I actually, as a veterinarian, I have to ask questions and listen. So I'm used to that. I need to listen. I've learned to listen a little better to what, and ask the right questions for what their health goals are. So make sure you're asking them, because this is about them. It's not about you. Another thing too with objections is, you know, I also see a lot of objections as a veterinarian. So I guess for me, that wasn't new to me. So you know, if I recommend blood work, I would recommend a diet, and they say no, that's cool. But it's my job to give people options. And in this business, you know, I'm very passionate about Isagenix and what it can do for people and how the transformations that we see. I mean, obviously we can't make any medical claims, but what we've seen are miracles. And I really believe that I'm obligated to let people know what their options are with this. And if they say no, that's cool. So you just need to understand that no's are awesome. And it means really that they don't have enough information. In most cases, it's limiting self-belief in themselves. So please understand that, and please do not be discouraged by no's. One great thing is feel, felt, found. So, you know, I guess I've had people say, well, you know, what about, like, I like eating real food. And I'll say to them, you know, I know how you feel, because my husband, and you don't need to say it, but you can say, I love organic food. I love eating food. I love mowing down food, and I still do. I just integrate this. Like I feel the same way as you. And I've found that, you know, by integrating this into what I do and eating healthy, it's really just lifted me up and added the proper nutrition into my diet. I'm ensuring that I'm getting all the protein I need. I'm getting the minerals I need that we just don't have in our foods anymore. So, you know, you can use that if that helps at all. And then, you know, make sure you're asking the right questions again, like I said. So just keep asking questions. The pyramid thing, ask a question. Ask them what they think a pyramid is, because a lot of people are confused about that. The other thing, like I said, is please don't have an attachment to the outcome. When I started, even though I'm used to no's, it was discouraging. and, you know, you just have to realize that you know, you're offering a service, you're offering an amazing thing for someone. And, you know, if they want to take it, great. And if they don't, that's okay. And realize that you want to attract the right people into your business. So if people aren't ready, or they're saying, you know, they could even be a little bit nasty or weird, you know, you don't want them in your business. So just please don't have an attachment to the outcome, and realize that there's always a chance, as long as you follow up and you're kind. Please be kind, because it's really about kindness. If you always have an open door, you're always inviting, and you're authentic and you're yourself, and you're not going to change who you are, they will eventually come back to you. They may not, but they may. So just keep the doors open, okay? Because 60% of your success is going to come from the relationships that you build with people. So focus on building relationships. That's the key to this business. And honestly, people are going to come into your business because they trust you, and they know you, and they like you. The third thing I need to talk about is, and this is something I've really hit home with the red and white, but do not compare yourself to anyone else. Some people will hit milestones quicker than you. There's some people that are millionaires in this company. Don't think that because you're not a millionaire, you don't have the beautiful house to have the party, that it's not going to work for you, because you're not a vet, or because you don't know, you know, you're not a trainer, a workout trainer, that this isn't going to work for you. Please don't compare yourself. You are enough. So keep that in mind. You have the potential to do anything, and you can connect people with the people that they may relate to. So please use your 3 ways. Use your upline, use your downline, use your crossline. And don't use your upline as an excuse either, because those are things that when you're starting out, you're thinking, well, I'm not getting enough help from so-and-so, and I'm not, and, you know, I was there. Like, there was times when I was thinking, well, maybe I'm just not getting enough help, or I'm not, but you need to reach out for help. And you can do this. You really don't need someone to tell you how to do it. You can do it. So, and just the last tip I wanted to talk on, if I have time, is just what some of you might be concerned about. Well, how do I say it, or how do I start a conversation? So a couple things that helped me in the last 3 years are, first of all, like someone might ask me what I do, because we've had a conversation, we're asking questions, and I'm going to say, you know, I'm a veterinarian, and I love what I do, because I actually do. But what I'm super excited right now about is building my home-based business so that Chris and I can travel with our kids more, so that we have more time freedom. Because, you know, my family is what I love animals, and I love helping animals and people, but I really love being with my family. And, you know, every time I say that, and you can say whatever you are, you know, if you're in a profession or you're working and this is what you're doing, I'm super excited to be starting my home-based business. People are going to ask you, what is it that you're doing? So that opens the door to talking about Isagenix and showing them, talking a little bit about what you're doing, and then sending them to a tool like an isamovie.com. Or, you know, getting them on a phone with a friend, or adding them to the Facebook tools right now are amazing. So we have that product Facebook group, Healthy Body, what is it? Healthy Mind, Balanced Body. And it's an amazing tool to just show people what this is about. So if you need more information on that, talk to Tinya or I, or anyone, one of the leaders. The last thing I want to say, and this has helped me a lot, and Tinya was at this amplified leadership training with David Wood. You know, Lisa Nichols taught us a line, and I'm not about scripts or anything like that, but sometimes we need a little bit of help, and then we want to make it our own. But this helped me, because I don't want anyone to feel pressure, and I don't want to feel pressure, and I want to be authentic. So what she said, this is important, and if you have a pen and paper, please write it down, and if I need to write it out for you guys, I will, and I can post it somewhere. But what she starts with, and this is important to her, and she built her business, her huge network marketing business, and didn't she work for Oprah Winfrey? She was Oprah Winfrey's coach, one of Oprah Winfrey's coach, I believe. She said, as a result of what I do, so this is what we say, as a result of what I do, I help people just like you become super healthy and fit. Like, you can change it. You can just say, I help people just like you, and then you guys can decide what you want to put there. But I say become super healthy and fit, and earn an extra stream of income so they can live a life of health and more time freedom. Do you know anyone that may be interested in taking a look at what I have? And that last bit there, do you know anyone? You're not asking them directly. The indirect approach has actually worked for me every time. I've had people say, can I take a look at what you're doing? So it's something we need to remember to it's one thing that sometimes things just come out of my mouth. I don't always say this, but if I focus on that, it's working really, really well, because it's taking the pressure off of me, and it's taken the pressure off of them. And she said it's very important to say, as a result of what I do, because you're telling them what the result has been. And it's just the right wording for people. So that's something, I hope that helps you. The last thing I can say is, you know, David Wood has done so much for me. I honestly, what you're putting in your head before you go to bed, please, you can plug into his Amplified Leadership Network Marketing.com training, or just listen. There's training there, but there's also really great stories that you can listen to before you go to bed. You can read. There's tons of books, obviously. You know, always be putting something good in your head before you go to sleep. And then when you wake up in the morning, you know, you want to be thinking about your gratitudes, but you want to be saying, who can I add value to today? And if you think of that, and you really understand that you are adding value to people, this is going to be easy for you. So it really is about having fun and making it easy and taking the pressure off. So I hope that helped you guys But that's what I've learned
Absolutely.
in the last 3 years. So anyway, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Bree. You guys give her a raise the roof, thumbs up, clap, whatever, if you're muted or whatever. Awesome. Great information. I think, is there anything I'm going to do some paraphrasing on what I took away from Bree. Does anyone have anything they want to throw out that was a bit of an aha for you or a takeaway from what Bree shared with us? You can unmute yourself or you can throw it in the chat if you want.
I have one.
Yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy and happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people because you're you and that's it.
Yeah. And you're enough. You are enough. That's awesome. Good share. Thanks, Jack. Anyone else? Jump up. Go, Peggy. Go ahead.
I think I typed it as well, Tinya, but I just thought one of the takeaways I had from Red and White, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself with conversations with people and it was actually making them feel very uncomfortable. Thinking the whole time in my head, okay, how can I bring up Isagenix? How can I bring up Isagenix? How can I bring this up? Instead of just focusing on my friend or whoever I was speaking with and just having a conversation. If it came up, it came up. If not, then maybe next time.
Totally.
So just building the relationships really. And it took a lot of pressure off me when I realized that. And I don't know why I felt that, but I have been for the last year kind of feeling that. And I thought, what the heck? So,
well, that's a great
felt that was something that struck me. Like, yeah, it's just like, don't be looking for the way to bring it up. It'll come up if it comes up. And if not, maybe next time.
Well, it's called connecting for a reason, right? Because we're connecting. So in the connection, it's about building that rapport. It's about creating more of a common ground with that person. And that's why it's about listening. Bree said it, listen, ask them questions, listen to their answers, and don't just listen to what they say. Look at how they say it. What's behind what they're saying? Is there more behind it? Is it deeper than that? And not being attached to the outcome, because again, it's like Jay put in there, 2 to 3 years later, people are coming around because you're not attached to the outcome. You're here. We're doing this anyways. We're not going anywhere. It's like Scott said last week, if you're going to do this for the next 10 years, you're going to figure this crap out and you're going to get really good at it. To earn $1 million into your family budget in the next 10 years, no company is going to give you that kind of a package. But we're doing this. It's not going to take us that long. For some it may, whatever, it doesn't matter because we got time. It's not like we're going anywhere. So to not be attached to those outcomes, I think is so crucial. Awesome. Exactly. One more takeaway. Is there anyone else who has one more takeaway? No? Okay, cool. I know some of you guys are muted or whatever. You can come up if you want. Anyway, I also just, thank you, Bree. You had some really, really great nuggets there about not comparing, that you are enough, and the whole weird thing. If we are acting weird because we're feeling weird and we're trying to figure out the perfect thing to say, they're going to sense the weird and they're going to be weird. Like, don't be weird. We're just, we're just out to talk to people and we're all good at that. We know how to talk to people, right? So again, don't have an agenda. The intention is, who can I connect with? Who can I, share some information with? Who's open potentially to the possibility? And I was listening to Richard Brooke today, and there's actually something I want to share with you guys next week, which is really powerful, kind of a secret sauce. But he was talking about, are you talking to everyone? Or are you talking to anyone? And there's a difference, because if you're talking to everyone, everyone's not going to be a great potential person for you to connect with or to do this with, or, to put their food in their body. I believe everyone deserves to have it in their body, but not everyone is going to be that person. But anyone could potentially be that person if we do our homework and find out, with some qualifying questions, whether or not this would be a good fit for them. Right? So just think about that. Everyone or anyone. Excellent. I just wanted to leave you with that. And I love also, I was there at Amplified, and what Lisa had said is, as a result of what I do. And that's where, if you're doing like your 30-second elevator speech or 20-second or whatever, well, as a result of what I do, people have really been able to transform their bodies and their lives. And that just opens up, that's curiosity for sure. It's kind of like, well, how do you do that? Exactly. Well, I've partnered with an amazing company that has great solutions for people for whatever it is that they're looking for. We got to obviously go, but, I'll get your contact information and I'll send you something to look at. So just keep it simple, keep it authentic. Don't be weird, have it feel comfortable. Again, Pam talked about at Red and White about being able to say, I am a professional network marketer. And some of us are other things. You know, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a holistic nutrition coach, and I am a professional network marketer. And it's about being able to say all of those things without feeling like I'm going to barf with saying that I'm a professional network marketer. Like, if you feel like you're going to be sick saying that, we got to work on that belief so that we don't feel like we're going to, you know, dry heave on it, right? Because it's just what we do. It's just another industry. It's just one more thing we're doing. So awesome. I'm sure that we could go on, and we've been on here for 48 minutes, which is fantastic. I think so the 18th is when Lori and Chris are going to be in London. I don't know if there's anything else in the chat that I missed, but I just want to let you guys know how grateful I am for each and every one of you being on here. I'm going to be more on top of a schedule. I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going on with Eric. I'm kind of hinging on that right now a little bit as far as plugging people in, but I'm also just working on this Sign Up Genius online so I can get the schedule out and you guys can get plugged in. But I really want to grow this. I think we've got some great content. I think that we can, you know, continue to really help people feel more comfortable with connecting. I do hope that you took some value from tonight. Again, I want to just give a huge thanks to Briiann and to Shaphan for sharing their story. Let's give them a big cheers, high five. So Jack's got some notes, which is awesome. So thank you everyone for being here. Spread the word. We'll look forward to seeing you guys here next Sunday night. And if we don't see you at the events this week, okay? Thanks everyone.